Dear viewers and listeners, welcome back again to my channel. Today I bring you Dum Pukht, Leham Lehermeen, which is also an award-winning recipe by the way, at a local level, not international or any big level, but it is a good recipe. Let's get to key ingredients. It's the most simple recipe that you can find, most delicious, most flavorsome and very healthy. You need one medium onion cut into big pieces, some olives, 1 cup let's say, 2 lamb shanks with some fat on, not too much, salt, I use Himalaya salt, crushed black pepper, dhania powder which is coriander powder, and the simple spices are in front of you. Just get them all together. 250 to 300 milliliter of waters or more, a clay pot or another deep pot that you can use and for it to be covered, and our favorite baby British potatoes, some olive oil, and that's all you need. Let's get cooking. Cooking steps are simple. You first wash the potatoes thoroughly to make sure they are clear of dirt in a small basket. So they rinse all the water down and everything is clean thoroughly. Leave the skin on. You don't peel the skin, or you don't need to cut them into small pieces either. In your pan, you can put the oil in and start to make sure it is really warm, and as you can see, it's simmer and ready to go. Take your lamb shanks, put them directly onto the oil without any spices. Just put them into the oil and fry them for a little while so they change its color. Keep stirring it. You will see that in my pot they are not fully dipped into the oil, but if your pan is shallow or deeper, it will depend. So you'll just need enough oil so that all the fat can be rendered in and they can be fried properly. Please make sure you keep stirring it so it doesn't burn, but also it needs to be fried from all angles. As you can see in the video, the meat has changed its color, it's become a bit brown. At this point, add your onion into it and slightly mix or stir, or you can leave it as is, but it'll be good to stir it for a little while so the onion can be fried as well. Now the next step is that you will add water directly into your pan, and make sure you put enough water so your lamb shanks are absolutely soaked into the water and they are covered in water. Once you have added the water, give it a little stir, and now put your olives in and give it another stir. So keep stirring so it doesn't burn, and make sure everything is just coming together nicely. You can see the steam coming out. At this point, you cover the pot and make sure it is on high heat. Okay, after about 20 minutes, it's time to put your potato in. Uncover the pot. As you can see, it's looking quite nice, and I'll add the potatoes in, just straight in. As I said, no skinning, no skin peeling or no cutting. Give it another stir, and you can see it's beautifully steaming, and it's all cooking really nicely. At this point, you might find you need more water. If you do, please do add in, and it'll be all fine. It will not ruin anything. You can add as much soup or as less soup as you like. It's time to add now all your spices together, which was your black pepper coarse, your dhania powder, which is coriander powder, and salt, all together into the pan, straight in. And all you do is mix it all together nicely and make sure it all is binded together. Now you will see that the bone has left the meat, and the bone is really clear, which means your meat is cooking really nicely. I've added more water to it as I felt for it to be more soupy. I love to eat this with my naan bread, therefore I like more soup. I also then actually drink the soup of it a lot. So you can see the meat is looking quite nice. I'll cover it again, and now it just needs to be on a slow heat, left on its own. Okay, I'm going to uncover it after 2 hours and see what is it looking like. I can't tell you how beautiful the smell is and how beautiful it looks. Look how it's bubbling. It means meat is almost ready. What we will do is we'll do a quick test. I'll use a knife to poke into the potato first to make sure potatoes are all tendered. As you can see, knife goes through so easily. So it's beautifully done. I'll also check the meat with the same knife in a minute and make sure they are all perfectly done. Here we go. Look at the meat. It just goes through like it's gonna melt in a minute. But make sure at this point don't poke it too much. You can end up breaking the meat and it will not taste nice or look nice afterwards. It's almost ready. Okay, it's time to now start serving it and see how do we serve it. We first take the meat out from the main broth, put it on a separate plate, and just to make sure, as you can see, it's beautifully cooked. The whole bone can be seen so visibly clear. Just touch it and it melts away. Take some of the meat off by using whatever you want to use. I'm just using a normal spatula. You can use your hands, you can use a spatula, you can use whatever you want. Put a couple of bits of the meat into the plate, and you can just see this is just like wow, it's the meat is so beautiful. Now from the broth, take a couple of potatoes, put it into the table alongside with some of the onion. Make sure you pick up those olives, they are beautiful. It gives you a really nice texture, it gives you a really nice taste to eat it all together. As you can see, I've taken some broth, a couple of potatoes, some olives, and make sure I've picked up onions. There you go, the Dum Pukht is ready. Enjoy. For the meat lovers, I'm sure you will love it. I look forward to receiving your comments to how it came out for you. And what did your taste like? What did your look like? I'm sure it'll be fine. As you can see in the pictures, I love it with my naan bread. You can enjoy yours too with naan bread. Keep watching and recipe will be here shortly.